Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Troy Allen Goliath. Welcome to Trigger Time TV.
Hi, I'm Dave Harrington. Welcome to Trigger Time TV. This segment, I'm going to focus on firing or applying physical action to the pistol to make it go bang, okay? Working the trigger. One of the biggest aspects of applying physical action to the trigger without disturbing the working relationship of the pistol with the target is my trigger finger is connected to my hand. So how does that work? A way to think about conditioning your trigger finger is to think along the lines of, or in terms of, your trigger finger functioning independently of your firing hand. Because what happens is, if you don't, and you go to squeeze the trigger, then squeezing is an action. The way you describe, using the adjective squeeze, is to squeeze something with your whole hand. Well, you don't want to do that. You just simply want to press the trigger with your trigger finger, maintaining stability, whether it's right hand only, two-hand grip, or left hand only. What I want you to do is watch how I actually physically interact with the trigger. Okay, starting with a cock. G45, my go-to blaster. I make the decision to fire, I commit my trigger finger. The first thing I gotta do is take it from my index point, which is outside of the trigger guard, going from the index point to get on the trigger. Now, hang back on thinking in terms of what I mean by getting on the trigger. I'm going to show you exactly how to do it, but I refer to this as mapping the trigger. I want to map the trigger first so I know where to get on the trigger. Dig it. I commit my trigger finger to getting on the trigger. The first thing my trigger finger comes into contact with is the safe action lever, that frame safe action lever. I've got to depress it to put my finger against the face of the trigger shoe. Now I'm paying attention and observing. I'm going to apply pressure, and I'm going to watch just how far the trigger actually travels before strong mechanical resistance and stop. Then I'm going to continue to apply pressure until it fires and watch how far the trigger actually travels in order to release the striker, which is about maybe a 1/16 of an inch on that action. Okay, now dig this. First action, commit the trigger finger inside the trigger guard, depress the safe action lever, place my trigger finger against the face of the trigger shoe, apply pressure. I'm watching the trigger move approximately about a full 1/4 of an inch before I get good mechanical resistance. And then the trigger's traveling an additional 1/16 to an 1/8 of an inch in order to release the striker. Okay? So what I'm going to do now is painstakingly practice getting on the trigger in that manner while I'm mapping the trigger. Ultimately, what you should be able to do is, when you make the decision to get on the trigger, by my definition, getting on the trigger is going straight to, that was a little too aggressive, going straight to the prep point to fire. I'm Dave Harrington. That's all I've got. I'm out.
Trigger Time TV is brought to you by Bravo Company Manufacturing, Bravo Company USA, Beretta, Socco, Tika, Elite Iron, Skinner Sights, Hornady, Unit Solutions, North Star Arms, ProFence, RSW Aviation, Wolf Premium Oils, and Tacticam.